Hello and thanks for joining us from our studios in Israel. I'm Aaron Porras here with ILTV's Morning Briefing.
Israel has narrowly averted a tragedy in the south. Late last night, yet another rocket fired from the Gaza Strip struck an open field just south of the coastal Israeli city of Ashkelon, but nobody was injured. No alert sirens went off because the IDF determined that the rocket was headed towards an unpopulated area. Israeli troops have already begun combing through the area to locate the rocket that no terrorist group has as of yet taken credit for. The IDF has not yet retaliated for the attack according to reports, but Israel's long-standing policy is to respond strongly to any rocket fire. Earlier this week, a rocket was launched from the Gaza Strip into southern Israeli territory, and while it also failed to cause much damage, the Israeli Air Force responded by bombing multiple targets in the Gaza Strip. The majority of the rocket attacks since the 2014 war in Gaza have been launched by radical Salafist groups, but Israel holds the Hamas rulers of the coastal enclave responsible for all the violence that emanates from the region. While more and more rockets seem to be raining down on southern Israel from the Gaza Strip, the head of Israel's military intelligence is reportedly claiming that it's unlikely that Hamas or even Hezbollah will launch war against Israel in the future. Major General Herzl Halevi told a Knesset committee on Wednesday that Israel should instead be more concerned about the cooperation between the Gaza-based terror group and the Lebanese Hezbollah. When it comes to Hezbollah, the military chief claims the group has been suffering from manpower issues in the struggle to replace aging members. Plus, the group's operations in the Syrian conflict have brought about a financial crisis within its ranks. In the south, Halevi says that the Hamas terror group isn't interested in launching an offensive against Israel, especially because of issues with the separation of political and military leadership in the organization. The military chief's comments come just a day after the release of a scathing report from the comptroller criticizing the efforts of the IDF's intelligence prior to the 2014 Gaza war. Halevi says the Army's intelligence directorate has taken the report's criticism to heart, but claims that the threat posed by Hamas's tunnels was and still is being exaggerated. The Israeli Prime Minister is praising the American government for its response to a shocking spike in anti-Semitism throughout the country. The United States Department of Homeland Security, or DHS, is now offering its services to Jewish communities across the nation, following a series of bomb threats and vandalism in Jewish community centers and cemeteries. DHS has protective security advisors in every single American state, and their advisors will provide support in training, protective measures, information sharing, and exercises. United States President Donald Trump also addressed the recent spate of anti-Semitic incidents in his first joint address to the Congress on Tuesday, calling the threats to the Jewish institutions a reminder of the work that still remains in the American path to civil rights. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu says he appreciates that the Trump administration has taken a, quote, strong stance in condemning anti-Semitism, end quote, and is now urging European leaders to do the same. At least 100 Jewish community centers and schools in 33 American states have reported terror threats since the beginning of 2017. A new effort to annex the West Bank settlement of Ma'ale Adumim has just been announced. Likud MK Yoav Kish and Jewish Home MK Bezalel Smotrich are expected to propose a bill to annex Ma'ale Adumim at the Ministerial Committee for Legislation on Sunday. The Jewish Home Party, an Orthodox nationalist Jewish party, has made annexation a centerpiece of their party platform since many of their constituents live in Area C of the West Bank. The controversial bill has been postponed several times by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at the request of United States President Donald Trump. Days before Trump hosted Netanyahu in Washington, he told the pro-Netanyahu Israeli newspaper Israel Hayom, quote, "I'm not somebody that believes that going forward with these Israeli settlements is a good thing for peace. Every time you take land for settlements, there is less land left," end quote. Israel captured the West Bank in 1967, and its settlements are by and large considered illegal by the international community. Over 50,000 passengers faced delays due to a glitch shutting down the automated baggage checking system at Ben Gurion Airport. Extra bag handlers are expected to be brought in due to long delays brought because of the technical glitch. Airport managers said that they had managed to clear the nighttime queues at check-in and that night flights had taken off on time, ferrying some 15,000 passengers to their destinations. The glitch follows weeks of flight disruptions caused by an El Al pilots dispute resolved earlier this month.
That's all for now. I'm Aaron Porras and see you later with our main daily broadcast from Israel at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.